Hello everybody, hope you're good, hope you're fantastic wherever that you may be, even during these difficult times that we still find ourselves under. Now my name is Gavin. Today I want to talk about why your primary home might not be an investment. Yes, I know what you're thinking, probably sitting there and thinking this guy is smoking something because I bought this property, it's my primary home and it's an investment. Finish and clear. You're probably thinking that, right? Yes, probably. Now, here's the thing, most of the time when we buy our primary homes, we buy them based on emotions. I called it the emotional buy. So, meaning that it's driven by the fact that maybe you love the area, you love the property, it's safe, you love the schools there, you love the malls there, you love the people around there, or you don't like the people, you don't want it far away from people because you hate crowds. Whatever it is, the center of the decision that you'll make around that property will be mostly emotional. It's about you or about me. It's about our lifestyles. It's about our personalities. And most of the time, it is not driven by the fact that circumstances may happen in the long run. So, for example, your family gets bigger. What will happen? You need to upgrade, or your family gets smaller in the fact that the kids now have gone to varsity, or now they're working, so they've moved out of home. So me and madam need to find a 2-bedroom from a 4-bedroom, or I get a job in the next state, or I get retrenched. Whatever it is, circumstances happen to the fact that right now we are sitting with COVID-19. Nobody saw it coming. So that is circumstances that changes. Now, what needs to happen is that we now need to be able to go back. If now we're saying this is an investment property, our primary home is an investment property, you need to be aware that whenever that you include investment with anything, it means that the underlying objective of that thing should be profit. You should be able to make a profit, because now if now we need to move out of our current primary home because of circumstances that have changed, now there are two things that need to happen there, or can happen. One, it's either we sell the property, or two, we rent it out. So when we sell the property, what drives the selling process? Profit. So it means that we want to get more than what we bought this property for, or what we have put into that property. So we want to make a profit, because maybe we want to use the profit to put down a deposit on the next property, or it needs to supplement our lifestyle in some kind of way. But nobody wants to sit in a position where they're now selling at a loss. I don't think there's somebody who wants to do that, right? So that is why I say you need to now to be thinking long and hard when you're now buying your primary home. Number two is the rental income. So in the rental income, I normally talk about the surplus income, meaning that the costs that are associated with running that property on a monthly basis should be less than the rental income that we get, because then we can use the surplus income that we get to supplement our expenses on the next property purchase that we have, or they can be able to help us with other things that we need assistant with, because again, we want that property to perform for us. Nobody wants a property that doesn't perform. Now, this is really around the process of just giving an insight to anybody that wants to buy, or in the process of buying that primary home, to say that you need to be able to look deeper than emotions. You need to be able to look at what if things change. What will happen in that aspect? I need to sell this property. I need to rent out this property. Will it make financial sense? So it has to really be, a bigger kind of process of decision making. Not only about how we feel about an area, but you also need to be looking at things like capital appreciation, which is very, very important. Capital appreciation speaks to the fact that, does this area grow in value? Because if it grows in value, then it means that if we buy for 100 Rand, now this property will be valued at 200 Rand next year. And then we can be able to leverage against the 100 Rand, appreciation. Whether is if now we sell that property, we make a profit, or, whenever we want to refinance, we can be able to refinance that 100 Rand. But, it's bigger than how we feel, because a lot of people right now finding themselves in trouble where they have to sell now properties at a loss because the decision making around buying that property was purely based on emotions. There's nothing wrong with emotions, but we also need to look at other factors that are driving the purchase that we are making. So it's absolutely critical that you make your research around the place, you make a research around the property, so that you don't find yourself in trouble when you need to sell, or when you now need to be able to rent out that particular property. So I hope this really helps you if you are in the process of buying your primary home, or you're thinking of upgrading or downgrading, whatever it is. So please look at external factors as well. Do your research so that you are able to make the right decision. Now, Gavin Mkabela, I hope that you're going to have an incredible and amazing day, and I will definitely see you on the flip side.